To try and get Crowding under braking. This is brave stuff. Late on the brakes. Crowding also brakes late as well. Whole position. Very, very good driving, guys. Sophisticated. Jesus H. Christ. Just go home. Look at that shit. What a move. Look at that, guys. What a move from Shane and Borno. What a move from Shane and Borno. That is what a move. That's so brave. The wall was like that far away. Wow. Brave it here. Oh, they're going through side by side. They're going through side by side. Fantastic driving. Oh, Owen just runs over the curb a little bit. Amazing driving there from Owen, Howell and Giles. 95. And look at Roland, who's made ground. Stunning. Hit the flip button, guys. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, he's easy. Bingley's fighting, coming through the hairpin. Oh, no one's lifted. Look at this. 3 S's side by side. Oh, wow. Wings on. Jamie's got the high ground at the moment. Can he maintain that high ground? Goodness me, their real bashers are coming up towards the tunnel. Who is going to give ground here? Good Lord, side by side. Great driving, guys. Great driving. Let's keep it going. And Absifex, keep an eye on him. He's just coming through, just come out of the S's. Oh, look at this. Look at this. He's gone up the squares, got the inside double, overtaken the hairpin. Crazy stuff. Balls. Look at this. Look at this. Discreetly is punching. He's picking this one up. Here he comes. Is he going to make a loop for Ascari? He is. You know, I think he's going to send this one. Oh my goodness, they lay on the brakes again for the side by side for Ascari. Great driving! Hit the clip button, you know what to do, guys. Here comes Bingley, and oh, I thought he was going to get the job done. He still might get the job done. Here we come, and he's going to get it. Or is he? Adam Ilby is fighting. No, Adam Ilby's fighting back. Adam Ilby is not giving this position up. Now he's got through. Oh, Kara Bird's trying to thread the eye of the needle. Three abreast going through. Blanchimont almost. Jesus! Wow. Oh, what a move! What a switchback! What a switchback! He's going to make it stick! Oh, my goodness me, that's great driving, guys. Huh? What? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Adam LB with the double overtake going into Parabonica. Oh, I think JD, this is going to be close. Oh, it's a three-way. Oh, it's a four-way dance. My God, Jason's taking the lead. All right, St. Liam has got the position back, but look at this. They're trying to break the toe. Perennial. Sam Tubbs going to try and send up the inside. Perennial going into turn 12 with the hairpin. Oh, and Finn Pierre has to get on the brakes pretty quick. And Finn's going to go up the inside on the soft spot. Is he going to do a double? And Schumacher's right there as well. Man, this is where it's at. Good Lord. Oh, and Schumacher goes up the inside of Perennial. What a lovely move from Schumacher. He's made it stick. Brilliant move. Some of the clip back. Get the clips going, guys. Kenzie, Retro. Thank you very much, says Shuey.
Oh, how about that?
Man, he was on -2. Oh, St. Dash is going to be careful, St. Oh, contact with Perennial. They're going side by side for the Degners. This is brave driving. And St. Dasher, wow, what a great move. He took Perennial on the inside of the Degners. Up front, side by side. Jackie Jr. was overtaken by Batters and was just going to switch through and got the position back again. But here comes Batters. Jackie Jr. places his car superbly on the inside line coming into turn 4. Batters is going to have to go the long way round. And Jackie says, you ain't getting past, son. The door is firmly shut and locked. He's going to run it back with Pajala. Oh, he almost runs out of it. Had to switch, big switcheroo. He's going to get him with DRS, and he's going to move himself at P3. Let's have a look at Water and Rufio again. Rufio defensive, making their way down towards Stowe. Rufio giving the room. Good driving, gentlemen. Good driving. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Coming braking in towards Vale. He's just seen that one coming before. Now he's just taking a lovely defensive line, and Flappy's going to have to. No, Flappy's going around the outside. Oh, they're side by side through 4 and 5. What a Flappy. Oh my goodness me, that was a sensational move from Flappy. But Hayes is going to try and come back in here. Flappy retook the lead with, I think, was one of the best moves I've seen all season. Round the outside there with the long left hander. That was a round the horseshoe, that there. I think Watto should have this when you think he's going to use his battery now. Switches to the inside. Oh, he's on the grass! Oh my word! How? Clip it. How did he not lose that then? That was remarkable. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you all doing? Yeah, it's BK the Xbox Baron Kebab, the racing guru. Welcome to the channel. And ladies and gents, after a break, it's esports time here on Baron Kebab TV. We are back with the Paradox Series, the S2 series, and what a race we've got for you guys tonight. We're at the Sochi Autodrome. Yes, we haven't banned them yet. We will. And this is going to be an absolute banger of a race. I've got a special guest commentator as well from AEM. It's none other than the legend himself, Tom Knapp. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing good, mate. Cheers for the introduction. Yeah, it's my debut in the Paradox series. I'm happy to be welcomed in. I've always had, one eye watching it, one eye just keeping an eye on things, how everything's going on. So yeah.
Well, you're one of these people who has like lazy eyes and like. Sort of one eye's that way and one eye's the other. Is that how it works?
No,
okay.
I'm not a ball guy. But yes, keeping one eye on standings and all that. And yeah, I'm just happy to be asked by yourself.
Absolutely.
So,
one eye on the standings, one eye on the lineups, and your Jap's eye firmly tucked away in your trouser pocket. That's the best way to be, mate. Best way to be. Absolutely. Right, Mumu, you need to jump in off me, dude. Hang on a minute, let me just... Oh, see, these people can't get themselves organised. I think they're in. I think they're all in. That's good stuff. Everyone's in the Discord saying, can I have an invite, please? What, are you incapable of getting yourself into a lobby? Jesus, man, what are these people like? Anyways, 10 teams tonight, ladies and gents. 2 drivers in each team. 10 of the best teams on Xbox. This is going to be a classic race. And I tell you what, guys, since I was last with you, man, there's been a lot of changes. Like driver changes in the teams. There's all sorts going on. Wow, and I'm looking at the roster. You guys can't see it yet, but I'm looking at the roster, and there's some surprising names in some surprising teams. That's all I'm going to say. All will be revealed very, very shortly. Good evening, Pumpy. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, my main man. And who's that in the chat? It's my very good friend. It's my very good friend, Mr. E.T. Storm. David, what can I say apart from this?
What the fuck?
Indeed, what the fuck, indeed. How you doing, Dave? Good to see you, my main man. Boulder, good to see you. Chubb, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just waiting for these guys to ready up, and then we can go racing. Lobby is all set, all looking tickety-boo. Peninsula Loud, and welcome. How you doing, man? Good debut when TIR. Rose! How you doing, mate? Top commentator. Sam Congreve, my goodness me. EK Sam, it's a long time no see. How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dream, how you doing? This is a mad grid. It is indeed, mate. It's a top tier grid. I'm just going to message in to the Discord to say ready up, because I think we're all good. I think we're all good to go. Oh, in fact, Shush has already beaten me to it, and so is Rexray as well. So we're all good. Okay, Tom, are you looking forward to this one, mate?
I certainly am, mate. Sochi's, it's a good track. For racing, it's a good track. There's lots of opportunities all around the track. With DRS straight on the pit straight, and even turn one, like lap one, turn one, because of the toe that you can gain up to turn one. Oh, mate, yeah, I'm ready. I am ready.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, technically, turn one is the actual little kink, isn't it? It's turn two is the actual, like the first corner
right.
as such.
You actually are right.
And I tell you what, mate, that's a tricky one, isn't it? Because you're straight into a tight chicane. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness me! Now, don't give it away. All right, I'm now going to say, you thought Sochi was bad. Check this out.
Mr. Beer.
Look at the weather. It's absolutely pouring it down, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my good lord, that is not good. Let's get SimHub up and running as well, ready to rock and roll. Couple of new follows. TRT Gnome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I don't even know how to pronounce this. I'm going to go for it. But Nkij, I really hope I've pronounced that right. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the channel. So we're just about to get underway. The loading screen sticks on here for about 10 or 15 seconds and it should clear through. Yeah, Pumpy, it's a little bit damp. Wheels in the chat saying, why have only TTM got any one driver? Don't give it away. Don't give it away, mate. Don't give it away. We're about to find out in a minute. But yeah, welcome everybody. It's going to be an absolute classic race. There is your grid, and there have been some changes. I'll go for the drivers first, and then we'll go for the team changes. We've got Lewis, ET Crowding, Levi, PSR Torley, Minx F1, Paraquix, Carsey, Munn, Rusty, Jacob, Partik, Mumu, G Ninja, Josh 88, BRT, JSR. We've got FG King, Shush, QBR Term. Of course, he's changed teams now. And Dream, and I tell you what, it's a few changes there because if you look at car number 9, that's the Rusty Bullet Man. He is back with the Eurotitans. He was with Shizou for a while, decided to leave for a better team. He couldn't find one, so he went back to ETE. I'm just kidding. I had to put that little one in there. And who have we got? It's great to see Rusty back. Actually, he's going to be one of the favourites for tonight. That's for sure. Levi, he is the new TTM driver. He is driving with Shush tonight. Is also relatively new to TTM. Who's Term driving for? I'm trying to work it out, actually. Who is Term driving for? Let's have a quick look at my Discord here.
Term races for a team called Novus
He's
Racing.
racing for Novus now. They're the new kids on the block,
Novus.
aren't they? MVR, yes, with Jacob. So, as you say, quite a few team changes. And FGE have joined the tournament as well. Their two drivers are Josh and King. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. But we're just going to get some telemetry up. We'll go to the mini-map as well, get that on board with, of course, added BLmetry in the top right-hand side of the screen. We've got one of the Hasses on an outlap, which is looks like it's ABU Jake. So we'll jump on board with Jake, as he's just going to bimble around now. Sochi, of course, no longer, well, at least temporarily, off the F1 calendar. We don't know whether it's going to be permanently, we don't know. Harry, yes, noted that, mate. If you get any desync, yes, I will do, mate. Absolutely. Basically, Tom, I don't know if you're aware, there's a few desync issues crept into the game, so if you see anything, mate, clip it for me. And then we can report it.
Absolutely.
And if necessary, I'm not quite sure what the format is in TPS, but I imagine it may well be a race restart or qualifying restart or something along those lines. But anyways, we're just about to jump on board now with AB Jake on his first lap. Term left the session. Would you like to call the lead lap, dude?
Let's go for it. So Mr. AB Jake on the wet has an absolute terrible exit at the final turn there. Sliding all over the place. You can tell, even the wet tyres, that he's struggling with a bit of traction. You've got Turn in for Novus currently putting the inter tyres up, but I'm not sure about that. While Jake comes to turn number 2, goes into second gear, straight into third, and then into fourth. But he is struggling for a bit of traction. Is Jake here? He's going to have to be careful around the sweeping fourth turn. And what you can see, he is fighting the car for traction. A lot of other drivers are going to be struggling with traction because it is absolutely treacherous conditions around Sochi. Jake, see what time he can set for a banker time. I'm not really sure what banker times are going to be in the wet, but you can see him sliding all over the place. He is not enjoying it out there today.
Like
and hopefully dry line comes in quickly and he might be able to put the inters on near the end of the session. And you can just see if you're going over the curb, the car wants to go left. If you can get it round, there's a yellow flag in sector 3, but I think it's drivers just slowing down and hopefully no incidents in qualifying. Well, Jake heads down now. Obviously, it is the DRS straight, but it is wet, so there'll be no DRS for him here. Once again, there are yellow flags ahead of him. He is going to have to be a little bit careful if this driver's gone off, but if driver's just getting out of the way and getting a bit of a gap to go on their hot lap. Jake entering sector 3, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's not been the most perfect lap for Jake, but considering the conditions he's in, he is doing a good job keeping it facing straight. Jake has got 2 turns to go to set a banker time for everyone to beat. Hopefully he keeps it valid on the exit here and then the valid on the exit of the final turn, and he does that, puts the throttle down, and it's a 1:45.4.
There we go, thank you. That was a great hot lap call, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Tom. Great lap call. Right, we're on board with ET Rusty. Got 1 corner to go. He's also on the full wet tyres. Nobody on the inters at the moment actually on track. Rusty's about to go through a bit of a wobble there, but he goes through the 46.060 for his first banker lap. I'd imagine quite a lot of these cars are fueled up for several laps actually to get the most out of the tyres. Crowning goes through 46.2. Dream with a 46.882. So at the moment, it's an AB lockout at the front. Who have we got on track at the moment? Where's Levi? Levi in sector 2. Looking for some cars about to come through. Some gaggle of cars about to come through, actually. BRTJSR? Jump on board with him. We're going to miss a couple of times, but we'll keep going. Actual Justin Bieber quality Twitch ID. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And I've got to give a shout out to my main man, Jason, who's just gifted 10 subs to the channel. Wow. Jason, fucking legendary, mate. One of the top supporters of my channel. That is unbelievable. Thank you so much, mate. I really, really appreciate it. I'll go for the lucky recipients in a second, mate, and I hope your dad is getting better as well. JSR goes through the 46.1. Mix goes fastest with the 41.115. Quite a few cars going through. Torley went through the 45.5. We're on board. Lewis is on the fly, but let's find somebody else. Let's have a look at Levi on the wet compound tyres, making his debut tonight, of course, for Top Tier Motorsports. Got 2 corners to go. Let's see how he gets on his first lap. Looks pretty decent, actually, to be fair. And, snap of oversteer, managed to save it and goes P2, the 45.416, Tom. And I tell you what, that's a hell of a save at the end of the lap. Oof.
Just going to have to go to Ninja, and the Ferrari has crashed down.
Oh, my good lord.
It was a Ferrari's gone off. It's not Ninja, I do apologise. It looks like it is Partick had gone off. He's got a bit of damage. It wasn't Ninja. Ninja's already retired. But, Mr. Partick has gone off on the 4th turn. I don't know if he's got a bit of damage, but definitely spun it.
Oh, wow, mate. Jacob just went fastest there with the 45.011. We're currently on board with Lewis at the moment, making his way down towards the... well, it would normally be a DRS zone, of course, in the drive, but, of course, as it's wet, not a chance. Underneath the bridge, making his way up now towards this very, very tricky left hand. It's almost a blind left-hander. It's adverse camber. The road's actually falling away from you as you approach the corner. He's actually taking that quite nice, just sort of tippy-toeing the car through, just feathering the throttle to try and get as much power, as much speed for the corner without compromising traction, of course, in these slippery conditions. He's got one corner to go now. Let's have a look and see what time he sets on his first run. And it is a 1:45.477. That puts him into P5. Now, we're going to have a lot of cars who are going to be doing more than one run. Carsey is on a fly. Let's jump on board with Carsey. Is Term in the session? I have no idea. Should we send him an invite? Can you send Term an invite, please, Tom?
Of course, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Yes.
Thank you, mate. Old man, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Kirby38, welcome, welcome, welcome. Matty, good to see you, mate. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The lucky recipients of the gifted subs, by the way, PSR Harry, Harvey, RRT Dizzy, Idiot Chub, RA20R7, IGX Bottleverse, Ski Feet, is Zydrad, Fass, and Stanley. If you guys are in the chat, please say thank you to Jason for those very, very generous gifted subs. Jason, you are, as I say, an absolute superstar. Thank you so much. Okay, we're on board a Carsey at the moment, coming down towards the end of what is technically a back straight. It's basically a long curve. Underneath the bridge, again, just trying to get as much speed and traction as he possibly can. He's got a little bit of traffic in front. I'm not quite sure who that is at face value. I can't see who that is.
Mr. Mumu.
It's Mumu, is it? Okie dokie. Right, Termer's invalidated his, Termer's reset his game, so hopefully he's got that invite and get himself back in again. As Carsey is just coming around the final corner now. Let's have a look at this time. 45.0 on 1 is the time to beat. He goes P3 to 45.248. Rusty, I think, is on a flyer. Who else we got on a flyer? Levi's on a flyer at the moment. 4 tenths up in his Sector 1 split. So Levi is, I think, targeting a 144 here. Of course, we will see track times tumbling as they get some heat into the tyres. Not sure what the situation is, whether they're going to go to inters during the qualifying. I'm not entirely sure whether the rain's going to ease up. Have we had a weather report for the actual main race itself, ladies and gents? Do we have any idea?
Charlie in the chat did let us know that it was a dry race.
A dry race. Okay. Okay. So, fair play to these guys, because these guys will naturally be running dry separates, won't they?
Yeah, with the wetter setup, all I know is like they just adjust the wing a little bit.
Just turn the wing up.
A bit more.
Yeah.
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 But if it's dry race, they definitely won't be doing that, and that's why you can see on Jake's first lap how much he's struggling. Like.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Levi's got the
Well,
fast lap. 44.4. Let's jump on board with Rusty, who's currently in Sector 3 as well, just come around the blind corner. I think it's turn 11. Gandhi, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Dry race confirms, David. Right, okay, lovely, thank you. Alright, Rusty's just come around the final corner now. Target time's a 44.5. It's going to be close, actually. Oh, just outside goes P2, the 44.829. Who have you got? Carson.
Crashed out.
Oh, it makes us crashed out 45.1 on his first lap, I think, and he's crashed out. Here comes Carsey. Now he was well up on the Sector 2 split. Has he managed to grab provisional pole here? This is going to be tight. 44. It's going to be just outside. We just managed to save it as well. Goes P2 with a 44.814. Looking for cars. Remy is invalidated. Lewis is down, so he's not going to improve. Where's Torley? Torley's on a flyer. And in fact, I think, is that Munt about to come through? Yeah, Munt goes P9. Good lap there for Munt. Torley's coming through now. It's 5 tenths up on his Sector 2 split. BRT JSR goes P12 with a 45.529. Just going to watch Torley come through the final corner. This actually looks a very, very quick lap. There we go, 44.795. Puts him into P2. So lap times are starting to come down now as the guys are sort of getting used to it. Partick is just coming through the last couple of corners now, representing AMS, of course. I think did the other Ferrari crash, or was it a? I think he said it was a crash, wasn't it?
No, so Ninja retired in the pits.
Oh, he's got a quali ban.
Partick, I think, went off, and then Minx crashed out. Yeah.
Right.
Mate,
Got ya.
what the fuck?
Got ya. Jacob's on the flyer. So we just saw Partick there go P12 with the 45.489 on his second run. Kirby says the truck is riot.
What the fuck?
Thank you, Bumpy.
What the fuck?
Horrific. I
Thank you
don't
for the
think inters will get used at all.
Oh, sorry, mate. The sound alert was just buzzing there. It was right. It was a bit of super. What the fuck? So they didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
It's all right. I just said, so track is Inter's probably won't come out. To be honest,
Yeah.
I doubt it, but you never know.
Do you know what, mate?
A minute or so.
I'm thinking it might be ready for Inters because all the standing water on the racing line has now been cleared. Oh, shush is invalidated, but all the standing water has been cleared, so we may see some cars changing over possibly. Jacob's invalidated. Jish is coming in the pits. Sorry, Josh. Jish, should I say? He's commentating the SX series. It won't be Jish. Torley, where's Dream doing? Dream's well up, actually. He's just on the... he was well up. He's now well down. 6/10 down. So I reckon it's the way to go, mate. Crowding is on a fly. We haven't seen Natalie yet. Let's see how he gets on. Just coming down the back straight at the moment. Peninsula Adam in the chat says, I know he's not racing, but there's any chance of Pac-Man tonight? Oh, Jesus Christ, mate. You don't ask for much, do you? I'll have a look. I'll have a dig around, see what I can find, mate, just for you. Okay, here comes Crowder. He's got about 2 corners to go to complete his first run. Or his second run, I should say. 46.2 on his lead lap. Let's see what sort of time he's got now. It's a little bit wide there. 45.478. It does improve by only 3/4 of a second. Goes P13. No one has yet switched over to the Inters, mate, which is interesting.
Yeah, I was just on board with King. He's just come out the pits back on wet tyres. So surely he would know if the Delta was quicker on Inters.
Well, I'm going to keep an eye on this. Everyone's coming out on wets at the moment, so they're not confident about Inters at the moment. Just on board of Jacob, he was the fastest car, but he's had a snap of oversteer. Oh, he's just clamped the wall there. He's got left plate end damage. As you can see, left end plate damage there, shown on the telemetry there, top right of the screen. So this lap is not going to work for him. Anybody else on a flyer? Moomy's on a flyer, I think. Got Josh there just getting out of the way, making his way through turn 3, the long left-hander. Cobalt says Rusty for the win. Okay. Yeah, I'm good, Gandhi. I'm good, mate. A little tired, but I'm good. How are you doing, mate? How's Jackson? Hope he's doing all right, dude. Just on board of Moo at the moment, making his way through sector 2. There's a whole raft of cars at the moment on outlaps getting ready to go again. So it looks like, mate, it's going to be... I think you may have called it either no Inters at all, or somebody may decide to gamble on Inters right at the end, possibly.
I mean, that gamble might pay off. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's got any better, to be honest. The rain does look like it's thinned out a little bit, but no, I can't see it myself. It's still
steady stair-rod rain, isn't it? It is. Still chucking it down in Sochi. It's a bit like a sort of a normal afternoon in Sunderland, you know what I'm saying, up in the northeast. Oh, Moo went wide. Did he get an invalidation? No, he didn't get an invalidation. I think because he was just lifting off there trying to save the car. But let's see how he gets on anyway. Currently in P15. Can he improve? We're about to find out. Coming into the final corner now. It looks like he is going to improve. It's a 44.7. Yeah, it goes P2. That's a hell of an improvement, mate. Wow.
Levi 2/10 down after sector 1.
Okay, Rusty, sector 2. I'm trying to work out. Should we go to Levi, I think? I think he's the lead car, isn't he? I think on a flyer.
Yeah, he was 2/10 down after sector 1. See what you can do. A driver Carsey 2/10 up. After sector 1. So Carsey's had a much better sector 1 than Levi. And Carsey could be a driver to watch here as he's up on his time.
Okay, Rusty's on the fly now as well. We've got yellows in sector 1. I think it's just some traffic getting out of the way there. As Levi's making his way now up to the blind left-hander. He's got to really just roll the car through. He immediately upshifts to third to get the traction out of the corner to avoid the rear tyres spinning out on him. About to come through now. 2 corners to go. What has Levi? Has he improved? 44? Has he just backed out? Oh, he's got some lag. He's got some lag on his car. A bit of a lag spike there. Let's look at Carsey.
Yeah, Carsey lost it.
Well, here's Rusty. Right, Rusty did not improve. Carsey is about to come through.
I don't think Carsey's up on his time.
Okay, okay. We'll jump off him, mate. We'll jump off him. Tawley's invalidated. Where's Jake? Jake's just coming through 11 and 12, I think. but he is not on a flyer, so we'll jump off him.
You know what, though? Darcy has found time. He still needs another 10th, exactly a 10th of a second.
Okay. Mun's on a lap at the moment. He's just coming up towards the main back straight. Was slightly up in his Sector 1 split. We'll keep an eye on his Sector 2 split, which will come up on the screen at the end of this straight. A lot of yellows. I think that's just cars getting out of the way at the moment. A lot of traffic, a lot of cars actually out on track at the moment.
Drame is 2.5 tenths up after Sector 1.
Who's that, sorry?
That is Drame in P4.
Oh, Drame. Okay, yeah, lovely. Right, Mun was 2 tenths up, Sector 2 split. Currently down in P15, so he needs to find quite a bit of time here in this final set if he's going to break into the top 10. Jake, Josh and Minx, of course, already... well, Minx, I think, crashed, didn't he? Josh and Jake have finished their qualifying runs.
Yeah, Jake has just crashed out himself.
Oh, he's just crashed out, has he? Right,
yeah,
okay.
you got a flag that is in a wall.
All right, fair enough, mate. Here comes Mun now, and he goes P8 with a 44.919. Is that Remy coming through? Yeah, Remy's about to come through as well. Power Quicks was basically matched his Sector 1 split. Has he improved? 44.869. He does improve, but stays in P7. Improves by a couple of 100s. Right, the checkered flag is out. So they've got to finish their laps they're on. Now, Drain was up at his Sector 1 split. Lost a bit of time, and he's... Oh, my goodness me. He's going to have to come in the pits. Somehow he's...
That is ice skating there.
Rusty with a 44.4 takes provisional pole. Is anyone going to catch that? That was some serious ice skating there, wasn't it?
That was. Carsey now coming around the final turn. Can Carsey beat Rusty? He can't.
Oh, it's a 44.693. Right, shout out some cars to me, mate. Terms invalidated.
You've got Moo on his way. You've also got
Jake. I think Jacob's coming down the back straight.
Terms invalidated, so it is. Torley.
Okay. Torley.
Let's watch Torley.
I think it's Jacob, actually. I think Jacob's slightly in front of him. Yes, he is, yeah. We're going to keep our eye on Jacob because he was up on his Sector 2 split by a couple of tenths, so if he can put a good time together, could get himself onto the second or third row here. Let's just keep an eye on this as he comes through now. Provisional pole is Rusty with a 44.4.
Josh goes into P8.
Okay, and here comes Jacob. 44.7 goes P5. Good lap. Torley has finished. P7. Yeah, he is finished. There's a couple cars on track. Partick is invalidated, and I think
Mun is also invalidated.
Right, and I think it's just Power Quicks. Power Quicks, those 2 tenths up in his Sector 2 split. If he can have a really good final sector here, he could get pole here or break up the front row. Let's have a little look. He's about to complete his lap. 2 corners to go. Target times are 44.474. Has he got enough in the tank to put this car on pole position? It's just outside to 44.891. That's P8. Look how, tell you what, mate, look how tight it is. That is qualifying done.
One thing that stood out to me there, Beer,
What's that, mate?
is that Rusty has done that pole time on 6 lap old wet.
To be honest, that's about, I would say that's part of the course, mate, because the tyres come to life after about 4 laps, don't they?
Yeah.
You struggle for a while, so it's best to fuel the car up and go for a long run. But that's your qualifying done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. We'll give you a quick rundown then of qualifying. So Rusty takes pole. He's joined by his former teammate, actually, Levi, on the front row. It's just like old days, really, that is. Carsey in P3, great qualifying there. Mumu in P4. Then we have Jacob and Drame on row 3. Torley and Power Quicks row 4. Shush and Mun in row 5. And then outside the top 10, we have Jake and Josh, row 6. Minx and Lewis, row 7. And then King and Term, row 8. Crowding and Partick, row 9. JSR and G Ninja, row 10. Ninja course, no time set. So that is qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Actual Justin Bieber says, is that Rusty without line? Is that no assist? What's he doing in S2 series if it's no assist? Just out of curiosity, if that's the case. Maybe I've got that. Maybe I just misread that. Have I misread that?
I assume he's not without line.
Nah, must be running some assists. Otherwise, he should be in another tournament.
True, very true.
Hey, I just commentate. I don't make up the rules. You know what I mean? That's all good for me. I tell you what, let's get some league tables up. Okay, let's get some league tables up then going in. We're in the final, just entered the final third of the season. And there are your current standings. Ignore the bottom 2 because they've just recently joined the tournament, so it's not representative. But it is basically, it's a 5-way dance. Any one of these top 5 teams could still do it, could still win this with 4 or so races to go. PSR currently leading the way with 227, TTM on 204, SLR 196, ABE 180, and AEM on 168. So you can see it's really, really close there. BRT some ways back then 107, Novus a 49. Now, that's a new team. Have they taken XPG's points or something? How is this working?
XPG's points.
Yes.
It's a breakaway team from XPG, but XPG wouldn't be able to compete in this, so I think Novus have just taken their points.
Right, okay, fair enough. And then we've got ETE and AMS, but say ignore ETE and AMS because they've literally, this is like only their second race in the tournament, so it's not a representation of where they're currently at. So there you go. Who's on pole? LMB says who's on pole. It is Rusty on pole, the 144.464. So that's where we're currently at, and we're going to head back to the command centre.
Just on race director myself, and it looks like virtually every driver wants to start on the mediums here.
Do you know what I was going to ask you actually, mate? What is the tyre strat around here? I've got no idea.
I think now, from what I've been told, pretty much every track is soft medium.
Right, okay. So just normal
From what I've been told.
Normal one-stopper, safety car notwithstanding. Okay, that's fair enough. Daniel McRae Turner, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Greatly appreciated. Smeggy says, is it a dry race? Yes, we believe it is a dry race, mate. There's no rain forecast. The rain is done. It's out of the way. Let me just... I seem to be shrinking again in my chair. It's like, I don't know if my chair's going down or my webcam's going down, but I've just gone from 6'1", mate, to 4'7" on my screen. Let me just sort that out a minute. Oh, there we go. There we go. Better.
He's completely lost it. It's a good job those tyres are there.
Absolutely, Colbo. And I'm talking about tyres. I've got a few spare tyres around the old waist at the moment. I desperately need to lose some weight. I think the last time I put myself on a set of scales, it said to be continued. You know what I mean? So,
one at a time, please.
Oh, mate. Yeah, absolutely. You know, so the weighing machine said, hey, this is for one person, not 7. You know what I mean? But yeah, here we go. We're about to get underway. The guys are just taking a short break just to refresh themselves. Rex in the chat says, I'm praying no desync lap 1. Well, from what I gather, some of the guys were doing qualifying in Sochi, some were doing qualifying at Monza, and even strangely, some more of the qualifying was done at Watkins Glen, and that's not even on the game. How fucked up is that? Wow. Okay, can you send an invite to Term again? He's gone AWOL, mate.
Yes, I shall. Yes.
I tell you what, I do notice that just need to test his connection a bit because it seems to be Term. Unfortunately, it has a lot of issues with his connections.
Yeah, in FGWC, it's usually him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not having a pop or anything like that because I'm really hoping for the new game.
It's a fact.
Well,
you just
yeah,
facts.
I'm just hoping on the new game. I've said it a million times and I'll say it one more time that they actually they have some kind of dedicated servers in the new game, and that's what I want to see. Forget the liveries, forget all that kind of crap. I want to see dedicated servers, which takes away the desync, it takes away the rubber banding, the seismic effects that we so often see, which ruin the online experience for many, many people. In fact, some people literally are unable to race because of the shitty peer-to-peer connections that Cody's have used for the last 12 years. It just doesn't work. So in other words, Codemasters, EA, whoever you are, get your fingers in your wallet, pull out some notes, pay the money, and get it done. Stop being such tight asses and give us some proper servers.
Someone clip that and just send it to Codemasters under a tweet.
Absolutely. Rusty says, when are we going? I don't know. Well, hey, I'm just doing comms, mate.
Now.
Well, whenever. I'll tell you what, I'll wait for Shush, because Shush is one of the admins, so Shush will do it. Absolutely, Smeggy, totally agree with you. Yeah, Shush is one of the admins, so he'll ready up, mate, no doubt. No, I don't do it, mate. No, it'll be Shush. He's admin. I have nothing to do with this. I have nothing to do with this, mate. I don't want to get told off. You know what I mean? Apparently, we're going at 20:33, says Rusty. So that is in when's that? That's in 1 minute's time. So we're about to get underway. Good evening, Jan Jacob. How you doing? Welcome, dude. Well, after this race, by the way, I'm going to be throwing a raid over to Sato, the 1,000 decibel Ferrari lunatic, who is going to be streaming some TIR Division 2 with some very good races, actually. And then tomorrow night, ladies and gents, I'll be back. We've got no, we haven't got TPS tonight. We've got FGWC Big Twos tomorrow night, and yes, the Fat Man will be in the comms booth with the smelly one, Codzilla. All going well tomorrow night. That'll be kicking off around about 8 o'clock, and join us for that one as well. But we're just waiting for the guys to finish off their pre-race vomits, shits, pisses, whatever they're doing. Jamaican Woodbines. I don't know whatever their flavour is, really, isn't it, Tom? You know what I mean? I don't know. Who knows what these drivers do behind closed doors, mate? I'm
on race director. 2 drivers are opting for softs. Everyone else mediums.
Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for that. You've just given my my formation lap race talk completely away now, so I'll just shut up.
Well, you can copy it. You know. You can for late viewers.
Hey, there you go, mate. There you go. Copying is a great form of flattery and all that kind of stuff. Ginger Ninja, thank you for the follow. What's this DPI in the chat? Is this another Twitter thing?
It's a new team.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. It means don't beg it. I don't actually understand.
No. It's more this urban gangster shite, is it? Oh, I'm too old for all this, mate. You know what I mean. Speak proper English.
Speak the Queens.
Absolutely. Anyways, let's go trackside. We're about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen, for this race around Sochi. Are you going to let us know
what tyres everyone's on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? Right. Okay. Let's get a tyre strats up. Wow! Look at that funny old thing. Only 2 runners in the entire field are on SOS. Do you know what? I could have sworn I've just had this major deja vu moment, mate. I could have sworn I've heard that before somewhere. But there you go. Yes, King and BRT JSR are the only drivers on soft compound tyres. Everybody else is on the mediums. So there we go. 27 laps here. Why have I got PSR Jish's hot lap call on there? What is up with this bloody Streamlabs tonight? It's had an update and it's got a bit mental, mate. It's gone like me, a bit crazy.
Mate, what the fuck?
Absolutely, Zerk. I totally agree with you. Beer's lost the plot. You know what I mean? Good luck tonight, Zerk, by the way, in your Division 2 race. You'll be getting underway fairly soon, so good luck, mate. All right, then. So we're about to get underway. Fairly short. The guys there just on the formation lap getting their tyres and brakes up to the optimum temperatures, ready for launching it. Of course, a long run up towards turn 2, which is the first corner, but technically it's turn 2. Quite often here at Sochi, being in P1 at the start is not the place to be, but I know Rusty very well. He will beg to differ. He'll be like,
that's a commentator's curse.
Yeah, he's going to bid it turn 1 now. Oh, no, don't say that.
100% curse.
Oh, but here we go, ladies and gents. We're about to get underway. And this is, I say, it's a top tier lineup tonight. Really good lineup. Some great teams, some great drivers on track, and this is going to be a fascinating race. Very hard to call who is going to win this race. And as I say, the 2 old teammates there, Rusty and Levi, occupying the front row. I wonder if they start doing team orders to each other, and then suddenly halfway through the race, one of them realises, "Fuck, I don't race for you anymore." You know what I mean? You never know, mate. It could happen. A bit like Hamilton going to the wrong pit lane after he left McLaren. Do you remember
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, it's enough such shenanigans from me. We're about to go racing. Bill Lemmentry is ready to rock and roll. The drivers are just moving up towards their grid slots, into their boxes, and it's 27 laps at the Sochi Autodrome. The track's going to be fairly green initially, of course, it's wet quality, so there's very little to no rubber actually down the track. But here we go. Absolutely shitty camera angles from Cody's. Let's see if we can change that. There we go. Watch for the lights, watch for the lights. There's 4 lights, the 5 lights are all lit. The lights go out. And it's go! Someone's got a terrible start. Jacob got a terrible start. He didn't even get going. As they make their way through turn 1, this long run up to turn number 2. Levi is already looking to make a move at the inside of Rusty. Here we go. And there's Moomy trying to thread the eye of the needle in the centre. Who is going to give ground to turn 1? I think Levi has just got the lead. Or has he? No! Was there a corner cut there? Not too sure. But Rusty has the lead. Levi second as they come through turn 3. They're almost side by side. They're flying through here in towards turn 4. And Levi just tucks in behind there. Mumu manages to hold Carsey off, maintains P3. Carsey into P4. Tawley, 5 Paraquicks and 6. We've got a little bit of movement there in the mid-pack. We're going to have a quick look and see what's going on there. It's all action stations. Oh, we've got a spin out. One of the Ferraris is off. I think that is Partick. Or was that Ginger or Partick? I'm not sure. I think it was
Mr. Partick.
It was Partick. And Term, unfortunately, has left the session again. I don't know if you can try and get him back in one more time, mate. Ninja's had a double overtake as well, but up front, Rusty has the race lead from Levi in P2, Mumu in 3, Carsey in 4, Tawley in P5, with Remy in 6, Drem in 7, and Shush in 8. In fact, Shush may be looking for a possible move here on Drem. Let's jump on board. Just tucks in behind there as they come underneath the bridge for the first time. Of course, DRS is activated. Lap number 3. We've got Minx and Josh going side by side, making a way to turn 11. Who's going to give ground there? They're still side by side, and I think Minx has just got the high ground, but Josh is fighting him hard. They're 3 abreast! Oh my god, here we go! And in fact, someone has to dive out the way. It's Josh has to dive out the way. That allows Jacob through. Got somebody coming into the pits. It's Lewis, I think, coming into the pits. Jacob and Minx are still battling side by side. Oh, Tom, take over. I need to take a breath, mate. Oof.
It's been an absolute chaos starting. There's not even just cars all over the place going 2 wide, and as you saw then, going 3 wide. As you called at the start there, Jacob just did not start. I don't know if he didn't see the lights go out or something, but he's currently down 6 positions, about to be 7, because Minx is going to go up his inside. And yeah, he's down 7 positions after qualifying in P5. Josh and JSR right behind him. It's a few drivers have opted to go into the pit. You've got Skinner, who has gone in. He's currently P19, and Turn, who apparently has a bit of a glitch, got a 10-second penalty. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Turn, but his connection doesn't seem to be up to scratch today.
Okay, but as I say, unfortunately with Turn, it does seem to be a continuing issue with his connections. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is there. I mean, obviously, if any of the admins like Harry or give me a shout if they want to restart. If not, we'll just carry on as normal. JSR making a move now on Josh, gets the move done, just using a little bit of toe there. A fairly easy overtake. Moves himself up to the P13. Munn and Jake are going side by side for the corner. Munn should have the high ground here, but Jake is trying to fight it out. Jake just staying within the confines of the track, but Munn has got the job done. Jake is still fighting him though. He's not prepared to give this one up.
I don't think that was Jake's corner, but there's a fight there, but he found himself ahead.
He fought it. He fought it.
He certainly did. Turn is currently causing yellow flags. He's about to be lapped as well. If you go on board with him, his delta is on.
Yeah, he's stuck in first gear, isn't it?
His throttle is down.
Yeah, he's just
about to hit a wall.
His wheels just disconnected. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Not a lot we can do about that. Hashtag blame Cody's. Yeah. Lost telemetry as well, but we always lose telemetry.
Shush is on the back of Drain. It's close in the midfield.
It is, mate. It is. Let's just scroll up through a couple of cars here. Let's try and see where the battles are. Rusty and Levi are kind of checking out front though. They've opened up quite a gap of a moon now. I would say it's a good second and a bit behind them, already out of DRS range. Just waiting for my timing screen to come back. You can actually still see it on BLMetry. This is where BLMetry is better than Cody's. You can still see the gap to leader with the orange timing screen. So I'm going to actually run with that actually for a minute.
Yeah, Mumu did not get DRS, and Carsey did get DRS as the lead changes, as Levi is now ahead of Rusty.
He's used the DRS to good effect there, but of course Rusty will have the DRS back for the long run up to turn 2. Mumu there sort of exploring the track limits a little bit there, might have picked up a warning possibly. Crowding in JSR having a bit of a battle. Let's jump on board of Rusty's POV to see if he can retake P1 off Levi. They're just about to start lap number 4. Okay. Levi sets a fast lap of the race, but surely Rusty's just going to cruise past him here. DRS is now activated. Here he comes. I don't know what Levi can do about this one. Rusty then pulls out to the right-hand side, says thank you very much. I will have P1. Carsey has got the move done also. Has moved himself up into P3 ahead of Mumu. We've got Minx and Jake going at it as well. Minx trying to get up the inside of Jake. Jake is fighting. He's a feisty one, this Jake, isn't he? Doesn't like to give it up. And he's done it again.
He does not like to give up positions here. And
crowding's at the moment.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, that's crowding. I don't know whether he's had a contact or just a spin. I would presume there's been a contact there of some description. But he's down to P15 at the moment, so he's going to have to get his... Has he got any damage? Let's have a quick look at crowding. No damage, which is good news for him. G Ninja is on the back of JSR. I'm just going to flick back to the broadcast cam as they make their way through Sector 2. Term is in the pits. I'm really hoping he's managed to... can you get him another invite or something? I don't know whether he's left the session again or what, but if you could possibly ping him an invite, mate, that would be greatly appreciated.
It looks like he is in, to be honest. But
Okay.
I'll do it.
Levi and Rusty scrapping again, P1, P2. And also, can you check the race directory for Moo as well, please? I had a request from Jan Jacob.
About
Moo.
if he got a warning for that bit of a...
I would imagine so. Yeah, I would imagine so.
He did not get... He's in the game. Term is in.
Okay.
Yeah, Moo's race director. What are we after, Jan? What do you want indeed, mate?
Give us the request in the chat, please, Jan, what you're looking for. I'm concentrating on the race, mate, so, that's to Jan, obviously, rather than be pausing the game, going through race directories. People want to see the action. Talking of action, here is Levi looking to retake the lead off Rusty. And he gets the job done, and Carsey is catching these guys. Carsey's back within DRS range. He's on the charge, mate, in the Alfa Romeo. He really, really is. Rusty is still trying to fight this one. Levi, though, and he may well have got the retake done. He has. Moves himself back into P1. Yellow's in Sector 1. Can't see anything obvious there. I'm looking at the mini-map.
Maybe someone had a half spin that we've not seen. As Ninja goes up the inside of Jake, and Jake about to lose another position to JSR as well. So Jake down 2 positions.
Oh, yeah, he's just gone a bit backwards there. Of course, JSR's on a different strategy. He opted for the soft tyres initially. FG King has been, in fact, he's been let past by his teammate FG Josh there in the Mercedes. Obviously, King on the soft tyres, so Josh letting him go there. So Jake can try and get the most out of his tyres and chase after ABE Jake. Moving back up for the field, we've got Power Quicks on the back of Shush. These two are having a good little scrap here. Carsey is right on the back of Levi, mate. He is really on the pace at the moment, and he's dragging along Moo and Tawley for the ride as well.
I think Rusty and Levi having swapping positions a little bit has cost them a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And Carsey's just kept to the optimal line and clawed it back.
Absolutely. So this at the moment is, it's a very difficult race to call. It could be anyone's at the moment. Of course, the safety car, if we did have one, would really, that would change everything in a hurry. But we've got a DRS train now, the top 5. We've got some more movement between Jake and King. Let's jump on board. I think that is Jake's in the pits.
He gets a 5-second penalty for his troubles as well.
Oh, yeah. Is that going to be a wing change, I think, probably for Jake, because he's only done a few laps on those mediums.
Let's see what happens there.
Yeah.
Top of the field, Rusty leads by 0.3 of a second.
Absolutely. Top 5 separated by a total of 1.8 seconds. So as you can see, all cars are in view there as they make their way into turn 5. Got to try and remember what the corners are now. I love a track, mate, that's got good old-fashioned corner names. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just numbers.
Mr.
I hate
JSR.
I hate numbers.
JSR on one of the turns, he took too much of the curb and his car just went in the air. It's common around Russia, like the curbs are not friendly and take too much of it and you go to space.
Absolutely, mate. I remember the old 2016 game. There was a glitch in there where if you hit a curb or hit another car, you could be literally sent into orbit. I mean, you just shoot up like about 5,000 feet. It was crazy glitch.
We could see the lead change again, as was the yellow flag, which is turn again.
I think he's just got to give it up, mate. Retire from the session, I think, really. He's obviously got a problem. It's not going to fix itself by the looks of it, and I don't want it to become a hazard for other drivers either. That's the problem, you see. It's not my call. But here we are, lap 7 out of 27, so we're about half, what were you looking at, 1/4 race distance. Rusty is the race lead from Levi in 2, Carsey in 3, Moo 4 and Tawley in 5. They are 1.7 seconds ahead of Drem in P6. So we've got a 5-car DRS train here. Terms of just AI, it's causing yellow flags everywhere.
As long as it doesn't cause a safety car, we should be okay, as Mr. Jacob and Minx having a bit of a battle there. Jacob,
yeah, so look at that one actually.
For a bit of a switchback, can't make it stick. And Moo just dropping now out of the second the car, so he's dipping in and out.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. Right, I'm just going to go. I want to go on board the leads because they're about to catch turn. I'm just really hoping there's nothing's going to happen here. His car is ghosted, but it's going to be off-putting, that's for sure. But luckily his car is ghosted as Rusty goes through, Levi goes through as well as Carsey, Moo and Torley. Drem is being given a real run for his money now by Shush. Shush finds some pace here, looking to try and get some kind of move done as they come underneath the bridge. He'll be within striking distance on the next lap because, of course, Drem has dropped well out of DRS range of PSR Torley. So we could see a change here. I'm going to jump on board actually with Shush's car for his POV as AP Jake picks up a 3-second time penalty. So here we go. Now is Shush in a position where he can make a move at Drem. DRS for him is about to activate. Can he catch him before turn 2? We're about to find out. That Haas is looking bigger and bigger, but I think he's going to run out of road. Is Shush? He's going to have to sit behind him here, maybe try and get a good exit out of turn 3 and then chase after him as they come up through turn 4. But Drem sticking to the racing line on the inside. There's no way through for Shush. He's just going to have to bide his time and wait for another opportunity. So that's the battle between
the battery. 1 sec.
Yeah, no problem, mate. So it's as you were top 3. I say as Tom mentioned, Mumu is sort of just flitting in and out of DRS on Carsey. Of course, Tully will be hoping that he drops out, so Tully can then look to try and make an overtake. But we're just staying in this little battle here. I'm going to go flick back to the broadcast cam. I don't think it's just going to be close enough for a move on Drem. He's got Power Quicks and Munn right behind him as well as they make their way down this back straight towards the hairpin, the tight right-hander underneath the bridge. And it's as you were. 4 drivers so far with penalties. Lewis and Jake are the guys who are out of position at the moment. Of course, they had to make unscheduled pit stops.
Here's one for you, Beer. If you go on board with Jacob,
Yep.
look who's giving DRS.
That's not Term, is it? It is. It's Term's car, isn't it? I just think he needs to, if he can take control of his car, pit his car. It's a bit naughty. But then again,
It's a bit naughty.
If he's not in control of his car, there's nothing he can do. Do you know what I mean? Right, Shush is going to get the job done on Drem. He is, and Munn's having a look at Power Quicks. Was not quite close enough, but Shush finally gets that job done. But Drem is coming back at him as they come through turn 4. But no, Shush shuts the door quite firmly and fairly and says, "Thou shalt not pass." And he holds P6. And Torley is right up behind Mumu now, right up behind him, pushing hard, as the great Murray once said. Up front, it's as you were, Rusty, Levi and Carsey, but Moo is now 1.6 seconds back. He's starting to drop off the back of Carsey and it's becoming increasingly vulnerable. In fact, surely Torley's going to look to get a move done with the DRS as they come into the back straight. Hey Ben, how you doing, man? Excuse me. Is he close enough for a run here? He's catching. Moo's gone defensive, making that car nice and fat in the middle of the track. Which way's Torley going to go? Is he going to go on the outside? No, he backs off. Smart move there. He's going to use the DRS, of course, in the start-finish straight to cement the overtake. And Shush, having got past Drem, now needs to pull away a little bit because he's got a gaggle of cars coming right behind his backside. Up front, no change. Rusty, Levi and Carsey. I wonder if someone's going to risk an undercut in a few laps' time to try and break up that top 3. Let's just stay with Torley. Let's see if he's close enough. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Ben, man. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, mate. And here comes Torley now. He's going to go for the move now. He's going to send up the inside of Mumu into turn 2. I think he's going to get the job done this time as long as he doesn't outbreak himself. And he says, "Thank you very much. I will have a little bit of P4. So Torley gets the move done. Back on board with Shush now, who has been re-overtaken by Drem. So he's going to try and...
These drivers are very close together, all 4 drivers. You've got Quicks in here as well, you've got Munn. It's very close. There are blue flags though getting shown. I assume that is...
that's Term, isn't it?
That is Term's car, yeah, causing blue flags, but keeping Jacob in DRS range, I don't know if that's a bit naughty or not, but...
Now, let's just look at that one, mate.
Yeah.
It's above my pay grade. You know what I mean? Daniel, how you doing? Loveland, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Charlie Shepherd says, Rusty's POV, please. I'll jump on board with Rusty in a second. Just want to watch this, see if we get an overtake here. I'm just trying to keep on the real heavy-duty action because Rusty's just enjoying himself at the moment. He's having his little Thursday night drive and is comfortably just Levi's within DRS range, but it's pretty static there. Between Ps 1, 2, and 3, they've all basically matched each other in pace at the moment. No one is really looking to make an attack at the moment. I reckon it's a bit of a. They're going to keep a bit of a holding station, aren't they? The top 3, and someone's going to go for an undercut. Of course, it'd be up to Rusty though. Can of course fire the starting pistol when it comes to that. Let's have a look at Moo on Torley. No change there, but Shush and Dream again. Dream has managed to hold him off actually coming through turn 2. I thought Shush would be able to get the move done. JSI is in the pits. Those soft tyres have dropped out. Term is in the pits. New set of softs going on there. So JSI will be on the mediums for the end of the race. So it looks like then the pit window, Tom, for the mediums is probably going to be sort of around about lap 15 to lap 17, maybe lap 18.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how many laps soft can do. I assume it's going to be about 10. Seems about right for soft tyres as Josh gets a penalty. Yeah, I would say lap 17. I think you've called that pretty spot on.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course the Racing Guru is going to call it right.
As Mon and Mr. Quicks moves over a bit dangerous there. No, put Mon in the wall, and Mon is probably going to send one down the inside. He lines it up, but no, does not. As Quicks outbreaks himself, but it's a bit of contact with Shush.
Yeah.
And Shush was probably not expecting that one.
I think he just gave Shush's sphincter a bit of a bruising there, by the looks of it. That was quite a punt. But we'll see how it goes. Good evening, Waddo. How you doing, man? Welcome, dude. I hope you're having a fine Thursday evening, my good friend. All right, Mooney's got a time penalty, by the way, as well. His first penalty. There we go, confirmation. Are you seeing any movement here? It's a bit of a train at the moment. It's just close enough for a move at Drem. We'll just quickly jump on board. I don't think he is. He's going to run out of road. Drem's having a solid drive, actually, isn't he? Currently in P6.
Yeah, one thing that's concerned me a little bit is Mumu at one point in the race, at the start of the race, he was ahead of Carsey.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, 4 seconds behind Carsey.
Yeah, so if you look at it, basically the overtake was done with Carsey. I think it was lap 3 or 4, wasn't it? So he's losing a good half a second a lap on the leads at the moment. But he is staying with Torley, to be fair. He's staying within DRS range of Torley. And then we've got to say this DRS train from Drem all the way down to Meeks in P11. If you've got any sensible drivers, I mean, I don't mean they're sensible, I mean sensible choice of drivers to go and jump on board with, please say so in the chat, and I'll try and give them some race time for you. I'm going to have a look at the top 3 because Carsey, Levi and Rusty are about as close as they've been at any stage during the race so far.
I was going to say, I don't think you'd be silly to not go and put with Levi here, who looking very likely to take on the lead here. If he wants to. Is
there a potential double overtake option here at the start-finish straight? If Carsey was like right behind Levi and got a really good run, could he get both of them? I mean, it's not going to happen on this lap, but I mean,
just with how much ERS Levi has, I'd probably say no.
Yeah.
I think he's got enough there to defend it, but Levi's just he catches in sector 2, then comes sector 3, and then the final turn he's just too far back to get an overtake done.
We see Rusty is having to use a lot of his. This is good tactics though from Levi. He's not pushing it. But he's forcing Rusty to use a lot of his ERS to defend and keep that P1. If you look at the ERS for Levi and Carsey, they're sitting pretty.
Yeah, harvesting. Lots. Every lap they're just harvesting. Yeah. To make him Rusty burn it.
Yeah, absolutely. Torley is in the same boat. He's having to burn his battery to keep moving. But Mumu himself has used a lot of his battery. As Turn is now fully in control of his car and does 132.4, showing what he can do when his connection holds up.
Mr. Quicks with another track extender. Now, I reckon Mon at the end of this race will have about 3 or 4 clips of Quicks extending the track.
Is it the same? Is it the same area? Do you know what, mate?
It's the same area.
Yeah,
I asked Mon at the end of the race.
I'm trying to think which race it was that I caught him doing it at. Now I can't remember. I'm sure it was Power Quicks, and I can't remember what track it was. I can't remember. He was doing the same thing now. But Power Quick, so Remy has got DRS. Is Mun going to go around the outside here? He's going to go late on the brakes. He's going to look for an attack here. Power Quicks defends. Ooh, bit of a squeeze there. Now he gives the room. Mun hasn't quite got the traction, but Power Quicks has a bit of a wobble himself. And look at that. Who's that? It's Jacob having a look there. Wow, look at this. The freeway dance. Jacob. Oh, trying to be the meat in the sandwich here.
You've also got Minx as well on the back of Jacob.
Going to go for mixed POV, actually, on this one. Mexico. You're absolutely right, Kirby. Well, see, I need people like Kirby in the chat who can remind me of these things. My little stat spotter.
Quick's losing out to Munn.
Oh, Jacob's going to go through as well.
Minx,
and here comes Minx. Oh, look at this. But no, Paraquix is trying to defend into turn 2. He manages to hold off Minx, or does he?
Facing the wrong way.
Who's that, sorry?
Jake has no wing and was facing the wrong way.
But both Munn and Jacob going through up to P8 and P9. Remy dropping down to P10. And it may well change again shortly, as Mix is going to try and look to get a job done fairly soon on Paraquix as well. They're all on the same strategy, of course, all on those medium compound tyres. Jake's in the pits, G Ninja's in the pits, and Term is back in the pits. Jake is retired in the pits,
Jake is retired in the pits,
Why do people do that, man?
I mean,
I hate it when people do that.
I would just leave the session. Just leave the AI in there. I know it's not ideal. It's not the best thing to do.
If it was me, I'd carry on driving.
Yeah,
simple as that. I'd carry on driving. It is one of my pet peeves. Is people just because they're not having a great race. Unless they've got major damage, of course, then that changes things. You know, if they've got like a car that's got like a broken rear wing or something, then that's different.
Or even worse, like side pod damage.
Yeah. If it makes the car undrivable. But I do see it. I mean, I'm not saying that's the case now. I don't know. Jake will no doubt fill us in. As Paraquix comes in the pits, and so is Munn as well. They're looking for undercuts. Early stops there. Pit window is just coming open for the medium runners. Carsey, by the way, is very close to the back of Levi. In fact, Levi's having to defend hard. Go really defensive into turn 2. And will Carsey get a run? Oh, no, he gets a snap of oversteer there. Has to correct it, and that's just let Levi off the hook there.
Yeah, flick DRS on then. I don't think he meant to do that.
But it is it's a little bit of my pet peeve where drivers just give up. You know, if there is no damage, because the bottom line is it's an esports event. You know, you're representing your team. And not good.
You're absolutely right.
What else is? I'd love to stay, but I'm going to see how the Div 2 lads get on. Have a great stream, but yeah, no worries. Well, thanks for tuning in, buddy. I'll be chucking a raid over actually to the TR Division 2 as soon as I'm done here with the TPS series. Josh is in the pits as well. Soft tyres going on there, so he's making his scheduled pit stop. Jake just left TPS, says Charlie Shepherd. Oh dear, that's a rage quit. Good old-fashioned rage quit by the sounds of it. Yeah, I think your dog agrees as well, Tom.
I was waiting for that. Good hold, Motley.
All right, is any of these top 3 runners going to come into the pits? Look at that. Rusty and Levi both fake moves into the pits. That was quality. That was synchronicity at its best. That was great to see. Trying to sell each other dummy. And they're both too smart for that. But Tawley is coming into the pits. Now, I think for Tawley's race, if he wants to try and get a top 3 finish, it's his best chance of doing it. Try and get a big undercut if he can. And force these...
5.5 seconds down on Carson.
Yeah,
so.
He would need to find a lot of time. But, you know, if he can... I don't know if Tawley's going to come out in some free air or not. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look at the mini-map there. I think he may just come out in... I think he's going to come out in front of the Ferrari. So I think he should be okay, actually. He's going to come out in some free air. It's going to be close. Keeping an eye on the mini-map.
Very close.
Oh, I think he's just got in front of...
Yeah, but he needs to get his tyres up to temperatures quickly, as Partick already has them. So Partick might close in a bit here, but Tawley with them newer tyres should pull away.
Should be able to pull away once he gets a little bit of heat in there. Let's just have a look there from Partick's. In fact, Partick is under a lot of pressure now from Moo as well. Partick, of course, yet to make a pit stop on these old tyres.
So there you go then. Tawley and Moo came in on the exact same lap. Moo was right behind Tawley, and now Moo has got traffic with Partick, who he's about to pass, goes up his inside.
Oof, goes a little bit. I thought he
overshot the turn a little bit there.
Just managed to hold it though. Just managed to hold it. So be interested to see if Tawley has gained any time on the top 3. I'm just going to go with the top 3 again to see if what happens. Are they going to do it again? Is someone going to pit? Rusty's in and Carsey's in as well, so Levi stays out. So now Levi is going to...
very tentative there.
Yeah,
into the pit.
For Levi, he is going to have to push like he's never pushed before. Torley is now coming through sector 3 as well. So we're going to see that gap, of course, to the leaders was 6 seconds from Torley to Carsey. So we're going to see now if Torley has managed to close that gap up at all, as he's got 2 corners to go.
Levi is using all his ERS here.
Yeah.
He was on 70% before at the start of this lap. He's already
Tell you
on
what, mate,
40.
the undercut is it's pretty big here. Right, Rusty and Carsey have just come out now. We're going to have a look at that gap in a minute. There they are. They're the leaders, and it's nearly 3 seconds the undercut, mate. That's a big undercut.
Wow.
In fact, Levi, unless he can really push, could be vulnerable to an overtake from Torley here when he does come in.
Yep,
It's possible.
That was about 6 seconds, 600 seconds. So yeah, definitely.
Minx has moved on Drem, and that is actually 4 track position as well. Both having made their pit stop. Oakley comes in with a 15-month resub. Woof! From Chokers. Thank you so much, brother. I hope your holiday's going well. But thank you so much for the recommitment. Double thumbs up from the Racing Guru, man. That is absolutely legendary commitment from the Chokers man himself. So I hope you're having a good time away, mate. No stress. Get yourself away from all the F1 scene for a few days, mate. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But yeah, here we go. Lap 17 out of 27. And
Levi is into the pits. Used all his deployment in that lap.
Oh, mate.
He was pushing.
I'm going to go on.
Perfection.
I tell you, mate, I'm going to have a look at Carsey and Rusty initially. Rusty's had a really good outlap, by the way. 1.3 seconds. He's broken DRS on Carsey.
Levi is in the pits. Soft tyres are put on. He is now away. Mr. Rusty comes down the final turns now. Will Levi stay ahead?
I think Rusty's going to come out in front here, and Carsey as well. No, I think it's all on tour. Oh, he's going to come out next to Carsey, I think. Oof. There he is. So Levi comes out in P3, but the one advantage he has got now is fresher tyres and the fact that Carsey has been dropped out of DRS range from Rusty. So Levi's got a window to attack now. He's got a window to attack Carsey. Carsey himself will be pushing like crazy now to try and get within DRS range of Rusty again. Let's have a quick look at the battery situation. Do you know what, mate? It's evened itself out now because they've all been pushing at different times, in laps and out laps. So they've all got about 25% battery as it stands at the moment. So we've got a real race on our hands here. Jacob at the moment is the race leader, but he's yet to make a pit stop.
I mean, a late safety car here. Jacob's in prime position.
Oh, he's in heaven. If there's a late safety car, he's in heaven. Absolutely, mate. Totally agree on that. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody, tonight as well. I really appreciate it. Been hovering around 60 viewers all night, so thank you so much, guys. I love your support, as always. Thanks for making Burn Kebab TV and TPS your home on a Thursday night, man. It's greatly appreciated, fellas. It really is. Ladies and gentlemen, I should say. Okay, back to the action. Jacob, I'm expected to come in any time now. Is he staying out for another lap? He is indeed staying out for another lap. Now, Levi's going to be...
DRS from his teammate.
Yeah. Now, Levi's in attack mode. Carsey has not managed to catch Rusty, so Levi is going to fancy P2 here. You've got yellows in Sector 3. We've got an Aston Martin off.
It's shush.
It's shush. T from TTM's at a moment. Here comes Levi on Carsey. That should be a straightforward overtake as Drem sets a fastest lap of the race at 32.125. And Levi gets the job done. Now, his job will be to get within DRS range of Rusty before the end of the lap.
Yeah,
that's going to be his task. Drem and Munn are having a good battle. We've got Minx right behind them. Minx has had a pretty good race so far. Oldman comes in with the gifted sub. Thank you so much, brother. The lucky recipient is Ben Hill. I really appreciate it, old man. Top support of the channel, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother. And Ben, if you're in the chat, please say thank you to old man in the chat. Refresh your channel, the stream, to get rid of all those pesky adverts. The same to all you guys also. For you've got the gifted subs off Jason, just refresh the channel and it'll take away all those horrible ads, and you can access all the emotes from the channel as well. So Shush is in the pits, and he's having to make an unforced or an unscheduled pit stop. New softs going on there. Carsey is coming back at Levi.
Yeah, Levi's going to be a bit under pressure. He did not find himself in DRS range of Rusty.
No, Rusty's controlling the pace. Yeah, Rusty just controlling that pace, isn't he? Absolutely. We've got some overtaking done. Drem sat sideways. Now, I think I missed it, but I reckon it's him and Minx went in to the hairpin together.
Jacob does come into the pits.
No, Carsey is not close enough here. I think Levi's managed to defend here. Oh, hello. Oh, that's turn. Oh, I thought I was rusty for a minute. I was thinking, I saw yellow flags sector 1. I was like, hello,
It's
what's
the
happened
penalty
there?
for causing yellow flags this many times.
But Levi then manages to hold Carsey off. Rusty has opened up a 1.4 second advantage. So Rusty is in control of his own destiny as it stands. We've got mud on the back of Minx in this great battle for P6 and P7. Let's just go back to the broadcast cam. Been on the POV for quite some time. As they make their way in towards the start of Sector 2.
Yeah,
It's been a good race. Oh, hello, Jacobs.
Happened. 7 laps to go.
Jacobs looking for an overtake. Sorry, mate. Jacobs has got an overtake down on BSR using those, putting those new soft compound tyres to good use there, and he'll be looking to try and get a top 10 finish and try and catch Dremmy's on fresher tyres. Carsey is right on the back of Levi. Again, I'm going to have to go back to this battle between 2 and 3 because this is where the big points are. You know what I mean? So, and Old Man is also continuing his gifted sub as well. He got from Rusty a month ago. Thank you again, Old Man. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, brother, for the support. Legendary.
Is Carsey close enough here?
I don't know. Rusty seems to get a really good run out the penultimate corner. That's where he seems to nail it, and Carsey drops off the back of him there.
Yellow flag. Is it Drame again? It is. He's gone round again.
Oh, mate, that's not good for him. His race has gone. It's gone back. It was going really well as well, wasn't it? It was going superbly, and it's suddenly gone.
He's spun. Oh, he's out.
Oh dear. Are we not going to see a safety car? Are we a late safety car, possibly?
I mean, it could be this. I don't know what that's going to be because he's in the middle of the pits. Are you on board with him? Look at him.
I think
no.
in the pits. We're okay. We're okay. I thought we were going to get. I thought that would have really open things up, but no.
I've never seen that before. He spun it and crashed out in the pit. It's a new one for me, that.
Oh, I think I've done that a few times. I've actually seen cars literally stacked when there's been an accident, stacked in the pits. And in fact, one guy, I think it was Gandhi, did it 2 nights on the road, TIR. And it was here at Sochi. I'm sure it was.
There was a couple of close battles on track. Carsey, obviously, the biggest one, top 3. You've also got Ninja on the back of Quicks, a turn. Now totals 19 seconds of penalties.
Wow.
As the
Ninja's looking for a move here, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And that should be a fairly comfortable overtake, actually. Yeah, gets the job done, uses the DRS, a little bit of tow. Thank you very much. I'll have a little bit of P8.
That is now 22 seconds of penalties.
Wow. Must be getting pretty close to the old DSQ, I reckon, with all those pens starting to rack up there. And now I think Rusty, Levi's trying to get on the charge now.
Thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that.
Gets the job done. Rexro, Shush had a moment. I don't know if it was a collision, but he had a moment at turn 12, I think it was. Just coming out from underneath the bridge and had to pit. Lost that, got wing damage and had to make an unscheduled pit stop. Alrighty, so here we are, lap 22 out of 27. Rusty is just keeping Levi out of DRS range. Carsey is just staying within DRS range of Levi, but you can see Levi is pushing now. Rusty, though, is controlling the pace. They're pretty much matching lap times here. Tooley has dropped off the back since the pit stops. He came out 3 seconds behind these guys. He's dropped now to 6.8, so he's losing about 0.6 a lap at the moment to the top 3. Let's just, I want to flick back quickly to Jacob, Power Quicks and Ginge are about to come onto the back straight. Jacob's got DRS, as has Power Quicks. Now what's going to happen here? Which way's Power Quicks going to go? Because Jacob's going to go the opposite. Jacob's going to go trying to do the Ivan Needle. Oh my goodness me, Power Quicks is trying to stick it in there. Ginge gives the room. That's good track awareness from Ginge. And now Jacob's using Ginge as the blocking car to stop Power Quicks from going through. Oh, contact! And Power Quicks has spun round. I think that's a racing incident, mate. I don't think Jacob did anything wrong there, to be honest with you. Oh, but he did there. Wow, that was terrible. That was not good.
Ninja comes into the pit.
Wow. Yeah, wait. Hey, check the stream out at the end of it, mate. He just lucky drove into the side of Ninja there for a second. I gave him the benefit of the doubt first time, but not the second, unless there was a lag spike or something going on there. Yeah, Charlie took the words out of my mouth, but commentator's curse, mate. I'll tell you. Wow. Yeah, let's just check to one Turbus DNF. Well, fully retired in the pits, I think.
Retired in the pits.
Well, that's understandable. That's understandable. Unfortunately, his connection, or whatever it was, just made his race undrivable tonight.
He's closing in on Rusty here.
He is. Well, he's on the slightly fresher tyres, isn't he? That's where he's got the very slight advantage. Battery usage, well, they've both burnt out the battery. Rusty is in slightly better shape. Carsey has got 29% battery left, so he's got advantage there.
He's in the second. He's now at 9/10. He needs to have a good final few turns here to get himself up to the detection zone, and I think he's going to do it.
Yeah, Jacob and BRT, JSR. I think JSR's just got the move done on older tyres as well. He did a very early pit stop and has cleared. Jacob moves himself up to P8.
Missed out on the final turn. It must have just been over.
Just lost telemetry there as well. Thanks, Codemasters. You can still see the gap to leader there on telemetry, top right-hand side. See the orange timing marker. Levi just outside DRS, 1.2 seconds. So Rusty seems to get a good drive through turn 4. Very committed through there. It is flat out. Jacob's gone! Jacob's gone! Oh, not like safety car, surely not. Oh, another one retired in the pits. Oh, he may have had the damage from the previous lap. Like side pod damage, because remember him and Ninja came together.
So both two teams, there you go. 2 full teams have retired.
Wow. Well, it gives the opportunity for the other teams to get a good lot of points here, a good chunk of points, you know what I mean? Shush gets a time penalty there, just wait for the telemetry to come back, although we can see the gap, it's about a second between each car, between Rusty, Levi and Carsey.
Levi's back into the second now.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on board with Munn, who, if you get a good exit here, could be looking for a possible move on Minx here. I don't think he'll be quite close, so we'll have DRS'd him to try and just close that gap. The rest of the cars are fairly well spread out behind. JSI in 8, Powerquick's 9. Crowding has made his way up to P10. Of course, he was down in around about P16 at early doors, so he's slowly but surely made his way through the field.
And Levi does have DRS.
Okay, right, I'm going to jump on board with the leaders just for a minute. Now, this is where it's going to be at. Levi has got 2 or 3 laps to make this happen. Has he timed his attack well, or can Rusty hold off the charging Aston Martin? We are about to find out.
Even Carsey is still in this race here.
Yeah, Carsey is, because he's the guy with the... Yeah, I mentioned it on the last lap. He's the guy with the battery.
He has more than both of them combined. So Carsey could be something to watch here.
Yeah.
With about 2.5 laps to go.
So a quick look at Munn, see if he can get past Minx. No, Minx is able to defend quite comfortably there through turns 2 and 3. So we've got 2.5 laps to go this particular race. Bit action-packed race, Tom, hasn't it?
It's been really good. It's and once again, I don't know what it is, but recently the races I've commentated on, it goes down to the final lap. I don't know why that is.
Well, do you know what, mate? That's what it should be like every race. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
As Levi does have DRS here and is closing in on Rusty, but he's not going to be close enough here. But on the straight, with 2 laps to go, you'd assume Levi will be taking the lead off Rusty.
Oh, will he though? Will he? Because don't forget, that would give Rusty then would have DRS in the last lap. So possibly will Levi risk just sitting in behind him for this next lap?
Let's see.
And attack on the final lap. Yeah. But these guys are racers at heart. It's like opportunity to overtake. I'm going to take it. Or will the smarts? But
Levi can't afford to just sit there because Carsey will be right on his tail wanting to overtake himself.
Rusty got a good exit at the last corner, to be fair though, and I think he's far enough ahead to keep ahead anyway on just sheer pace on this particular run up to turn 2. So Levi's going to close up behind him, but not quite close enough. And he just has to lift off there. But it's a three-way dance here. And of course, none of these top 3 now want to pick up a penalty, ladies and gentlemen. That's for damn sure.
I'm just going to give you a warning update on the front 3.
Okay.
Rusty, 1 warning. Levi, 1 warning. And you've also got Carsey on 1 warning.
Oh, all to play for. All to play for, matey. Wow. Yeah, I must apologise, chat, if I just stay with this top 3 battle. This is where it's at. This is where the big boys play, where the big points are up for grabs, the bragging rights for the teams. It's all happening now. We've got about 1.5 laps to go here around the Sochi Autodrome. Of course, we had a very wet qualifying session. The race itself, bone dry all the way through. Levi is calculating there, cool and calculating underneath his helmet, trying to work out when to make the move. Rusty is going to be, Rusty's going to do what Rusty's going to do. You know what I mean? He'll be watching, he'll be multitasking, he'll be watching his rear view mirrors, he'll be gauging where to sort of maybe lift off a smidge, where to put the power down to try and catch Levi out. But we're about to get underway with the last lap. Now, on the last lap, the previous lap, Rusty got a really good exit out the last corner. This is where he needs it. He needs a really good launch off the line. He's got a good launch, but I think Levi could be close enough here. This is going to be close. They're burning off their battery. It's about to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. Is Levi going to get the move? Rusty defends on the left. He switches goes to the right, switches to the left. Levi's going to get the job done. He's going to get the overtake done. Carsey is right behind, but there's still chance. Oh, Carsey runs deep. And I think that's Carsey's chance of winning the race now gone. But Rusty knows he's still got a chance to get his position back.
Yeah, Levi might have gone a bit earlier because there is still one more DRS zone, and Rusty is sat right behind it.
It's a shorter one. It's a shorter one, isn't it? And that's what Levi is hoping. Oh, Rusty has a wobble there. Just lost a couple car lengths, but he's still in touch here. And this is where the race is going to be won or lost. It's going to be coming up very shortly. Will Rusty be able to get close enough for a run down towards, I think it's turn 9, turn 10. We're about to find out now.
Newer tyres for Levi.
I think. Yeah, and Levi's got a good launch there. Now, what can Rusty do? He's got Carsey now. Oh, Carsey's going to have a run at him here. We could even see a P2, P3 change over here. What's going to happen as they come into the hairpin? They're scrapping side by side, Rusty and Carsey. Oh my lord, I think Carsey may have got... Oh no, I'm not sure. Rusty's still fighting it. Rusty's going to try and break as late as he can into the blind left-hander. But I think... Oh, I don't know. It's still... Is Rusty going to try and go at the inside here? Carsey places his car quite nicely. But I tell you what, I think Levi is going to get the race win. We're going to jump on board with Levi. Comes to take the checker flag in his debut for TTM and takes victory in Sochi. Carsey looks like he's going to get P2. Rusty comes home in P3. Woof! What a finale to that race. Wow, Tom. I'm speechless, man. Incredible.
Good ending then. Rusty, who crossed the 26th lap in the lead, and then Levi wins the race. Carsey comes on P2.
Oh, Moo. Has he crossed the line? Oh, he has finished. He's binned it just after the finish line. Tawley and Munn gets P4 and P5, so it's actually big points there for PSR. PSR, the gamers tonight out of all this. Here comes JSR, comes home in P9. Crowding comes home for more points for ET in P8 and Crowding in P9. And then Power Quicks is going to cross the line in P10. Then we have the AMS drivers. They're looking to try and take the AI car out. Here comes Ginge. He's going to cross the line in 12. Is it going to be a big pile-up? Come on, guys. Let's see a pile-up here. Here comes King. No. And then Shush is going to come home for P14. Lewis is still coming through Sector 3. What a last lap there. That was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
As you said, it should be like that every race. I think Carsey has been involved in about 5 of these now in like the past month. And I seem to always be on comms for him, and he never wins. He never wins.
As Lewis is the last car to cross the line there in
P15 lap as well.
15. Good GG's, man. GG's. But oh, what a race, man. Woo. What a race. It was just Levi got the really good launch into the final DRS, didn't he? I think with those one.
Them newer tyres. One lap.
And then Rusty tried his very, very best to defend against Carsey. There was a little bit of handbags, a little bit of wheel banging. I think it was okay. It was aggressive, but I think it was okay. The guys are just racing for their lives, you know what I'm saying? But, wow. What an end to that race. And what a good race it was, ladies and gents. Wow. Let's see, this is why this tournament is such a good tournament, the Paradox Series. You've got some of the best assist drivers in the world on console. But let's give you confirmation of the race result. Levi then takes the win with Carsey in P2, Rusty in P3. GG's to those 3 guys for their podium finishes. Then we got the 2 PSR drivers, Matty Tawley in P4, Munn in P5. So that's good points for PSR in the championship. I think they're extending their gap there with those points finishes. Moo in P6, Minx in P7. I thought that had a pretty good drive. JSR also a solid drive in P8. Crowding also made quite a few positions there with his strategy in P9, Paraquix in P10, and then outside the top 10 we have Partick and Ginger from AMS in Ps 11 and 12, King from FG in 13, Shush from TTM in 14, and Lewis in 15. Josh is classified as finishing. He did actually DNF, but it's classified as finishing. And then DNFs, legit DNFs for Jacob, Drem and Jake, and Term I think was in a parallel universe for most of that race, unfortunately for him. But there we go, ladies and gents. We're going to head back to the command centre, wrap things up for the night. Wow, great race, Tom. Whew.
Superb race.
That was a belter.
To Mr. Levi on a very good win. He waited and waited and waited, and helped at the right time and got himself the dub. So
absolutely, man, absolutely got the strategy down to a T. But what a great battle it was between those three, all throughout the race between those three, battling away. And there you have it. But Tom, thanks for doing the comms tonight. I really appreciate it, man. I've enjoyed doing it as well. It's been a lot of fun, man.
Absolutely no worries, mate. Anytime, I'm down to do it again. First time I've done comms, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it, mate.
Oh yeah, cheers, mate. Greatly appreciated. And thanks to all you guys in the Chitty Chat as well. A nice, busy, lively chat tonight. Thank you for making Beer and Kebab and TPS your home on a Thursday night. Welcome to everyone new to the channel. Thank you for the very generous gifted subs to you gentlemen as well, and thank you for the recommitments to the Kebab House crew. As always, your support, guys, is fantastic. You know what I mean? What can I say? Who would have thought a 50-plus-year-old twat like me, you know what I mean, would be doing something he loves and calling out F1 games, F1 races for you crazy guys at home. Thank you so much. Paddy, thank you so much for the raid, dude. I'm just about to raid some myself, mate. We've just finished the stream, but Paddy, thank you so much for the raid. Guys, if you get a chance, check out Paddy's channel. A very, very good streamer. I think he's on PlayStation these days, but a very, very good streamer. I think he's on the push for partner at the moment, so give him some support, guys. Check him out. That's Paddy Pat 89. I really appreciate the raid, guys. Gravy Brain, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel, dude. Welcome to the channel. But I'm going to go and actually raid another streamer now. It's my good friend Sato, the 1000 decibel Ferrari fanatical lunatic, who is currently streaming Division 2 in my league, TIR, Total Impact Racing. And I'd imagine they're just finishing up qualifying now, getting ready to start the race. And they are at Canada. And there's some damn good races in that. So, Tom, thank you again, once again, mate. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all.
I'm going to chuck the raid over. So, all you guys watching, thank you so much indeed for watching. For again, all the subs and all the gifts and the recommitments. It's greatly appreciated. Until I'll be back tomorrow night around about 8 o'clock for more esports action, courtesy of the FGWC Big Twos. But until then, take care. Godspeed.